I was teaching one of my students some days ago on spiritual maturity, and it came back to me that when a person has stayed long in church, please listen to this, very important. When a person has stayed long in church, the church begins to see them as people who are now supposed to be qualified for positions. When you look at scriptures on the appointment of deacons, you will see that the appointment of deacons in the book of Acts chapter 6 and 1 Timothy chapter 3, those two scriptures tell us that the office of the deacons should be by their testimony, by the fruits of their lives. Not that they have attended for long or that they are rich. In James 2, it tells us that no, somebody doesn't come in now that has some gay clothing, then you give him a position. He said, no. Which is what happens in churches. So the church assumes that because you have been around for long, then your testimony must be there, or you should be due for promotion. And once upon a time, I used to have this empathy that, so-and-so has stayed long in church, so now they should be they should be promoted to the next level. Until the Lord began to talk to me and said, no, kingdom fruit is also having to do with testimony. Because in the class on spiritual maturity, one of the things he says is, spiritual maturity is not just because you have knowledge. He says there are 5 things that you must put together. Knowledge is just one of them. Skill is one of them. Perspective is one of them. But, like maybe the most important of them all, character. Character. And we must not be found wanting in the place of character. And we teach this in the fruit of the Spirit. One of our installations presently, their Friday services is based on the fruit of the Spirit. I like that. I might want to go into stuff like that. It's just that some of us here have passed that topic already. But you go and talk about the fruit of the Spirit. And when you talk about this fruit of the Spirit, then you are able to avoid, you remember the gift, spiritual gifts tells us, topic 3, life class. What does it tell us? It tells us how to test spirits. There is one test there, it's called fruit test. And in Philippians 3, that's a song I say, when I teach that class to my students, that's what I tell them. Because Yorubas have a song. Ṣùgbọ́n kan bẹ láyé mi, èmi kò fẹ́ mọ́ látòní lọ. The meaning is, what's but? What's ṣùgbọ́n? But it doesn't make sense in English too much. Ṣùgbọ́n means impediment. I have one fault. That's the song. Ṣùgbọ́n, so I have one impediment in my life. I don't want it anymore, or something like that. So you see, they are saying, and they sing it, from. Now, if you are going to be a fruit bearer, once there is an impediment or a ṣùgbọ́n, it begins to contaminate you. Then your fruit is polluted. Yet, the church wants you to get to the next level.